The beginning of March feels like one of those movie scenes when there's just been an explosion and the main character wakes up all disoriented, his ears are ringing, he has no idea what's going on, but there's someone behind him yelling, "You gotta keep going!" We're still in eclipse season, which I feel like I'm going crazy. And we have a Mercury retrograde on top of it. This is what you can expect. So we start the month on March 2nd with Mars moving into Pisces. This shifts your energy directly to your relationships and your one-on-one dynamics. Mars here does not operate in a confrontational or straightforward way though. It brings emotional intensity and sensitivity to your partnerships. You may feel more reactive or more aware of unspoken tension. This is not about forcing resolution. It's about noticing what's sitting under the surface and deciding whether or not it needs to be addressed. On March 3rd, we have a lunar eclipse in your sign. This is a culmination point around identity, direction, and how you've been carrying yourself for the past year and a half. If you've been overly critical, overly controlled, or just holding yourself to an impossible standard, this eclipse is going to ask you to release that pressure, stepping out of survival mode and into something much more authentic. On March 7th, we get a moment of clarity because we have a Mercury cazimi. This can bring insight into the changes that the eclipse triggered. A conversation or shift helps you to understand why things are unfolding the way that they are. With Mercury still in Pisces, clarity is going to arrive through emotional awareness and intuition. So pay attention to what feels true, even if you can't fully articulate it yet. That same week, Venus is going to join Saturn and Neptune in Aries. This is bringing important developments around shared commitments, finances, intimacy, and trust. You may receive validation that you're moving towards something meaningful. At the same time, you're being asked to take responsibility in those dynamics. This is where vulnerability meets structure. On March 10th, Jupiter stations direct in Cancer, thank God. This is returning momentum and growth to your social world, collaborations. If something felt stalled within friendships or future plans, movement begins again. You feel more supported by your network and more optimistic about where you are headed. We have a reset point with a Pisces new moon on March 18th. This is a powerful opportunity to set intentions within your relationships. It's about choosing how you want to show up in partnerships moving forward, less about controlling outcomes, and more about aligning with what feels emotionally safe and spiritually aligned. On March 20th, Mercury goes direct and the Sun enters Aries, starting the astrological new year. This will bring a shift from reflection to decisive action around shared resources and intimate partnerships. Conversations, especially in terms of relationships that felt confusing, will start to feel a little bit more clear. You may feel more empowered to have necessary discussions or set boundaries. Finally, at the end of the month, Venus moves into Taurus, its home. This is bringing grounding and stability through long-term vision, travel plans, education. You feel a lot more steadier and confident about where your life is heading. If you want to know exactly how this year is unfolding for you, I've opened up my books for March one-on-ones. If you're just focused on the month ahead, I've released Astrological Forecast. It's completely personalized to your birth chart and includes all of the monthly transits and a tarot pool for the month ahead. All of